Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. It's going to be a cheese compilation for June 2023. You can send me your cheese to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of cheese. I'll send them to my screeners. Thank you very much, Sniper Monkey, for screening for me this month. I really do appreciate it. And game number 1 is going to be here on Dragon Scales. It's going to be Han versus Krullus. PVZ, bottom right, going to be Krullus from the Lights clan. We've seen him before. In the top left, going to be a Zerg player. It is Han, or Han. Han? We're going to call him Han. I think we're going to go with that. Could be either one, but hey. Ooh, this little drone is up to no good here. Got Terry the Overlord moving out, Terry Merch, and Steve the SCV Merch, and Robert the Zealot Merch at falconpaladin.store. But you already know that. So, this is going to be a proxy here, and maybe a proxy from this drone? So, a forge and a gateway coming up on the low ground. Yeah, this drone is with purpose. He's going to do a proxy hatch as soon as he has 300 minerals, but he already threw down a hatch at his main base. Maybe he's blocking? Krullus pings his own forge and gateway. Quick! Overlord, just patrol a little bit over your hatchery here so you can see cannons coming up. Oh boy. You scouted the forge, Han. Move the... Okay. Alright, so we're moving the Overlord. Now this way. Now this way. No! Come on, says Krullus. You're really going to kill this gateway with a single drone? Of course you're not. That's a ridiculous ask. Hilarious, though. Oh, look, he's scouting it now. Hooray! Right as the first cannon comes up. Cancel. Cancel, 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 cancel. Good. All right. So the timing wasn't perfect there from Krullus. You really want those cannons to come up after the hatch is finished. The timing is tough to get perfect. And so Krullus missed, unfortunately. But you know what? That's okay. Getting your opponent to cancel their natural totally sucks for them anyway. So taking a second base at the third base location, as is tradition when that happens to you as a Zerg player, trying to get up a spine in case further cannons try to pressure up this ramp, or possibly, I don't know, be down here and hit the high ground. Whatever. Do not engage. Do not engage. Smart. And threw up a cannon, or a gate. No, what did I just say? Did he scout it, though? Nope. Get up there to the point where you can see that there's a gateway, man. Just, okay. Well, this probe's like, my work is done. All I really wanted to do here anyway, is throw these two buildings up in these cannons, but super dead. I guess maybe he wanted to cannon rush this base too, but the Lings out are going to make sure that doesn't happen. Interesting start, I would say, for this cheese compilation. Warp gate coming in. We got ourselves a Roach Warren as the answer here for Han. I like roaches. I'm a big fan of roaches. Ravagers especially. Can deal with pretty much anything that the Protoss is going to throw at you at this stage. I guess if they're following up with Void Rays, which is actually fairly common. Roaches and Ravagers are not very good. But for everything else, if it's Zealots, Stalkers, Adepts, maybe further cannon pushes, all that stuff, Roaches and Ravagers are going to handle that stuff pretty effectively. Ravagers especially. Yo! Annunciation is the name of the game here. Alright, so still not expanding Krullus. What is your plan, Protoss friend of ours? What are you going to do here? Well, already has a Zealot out. Warp Gate upgrade happening on the three gateways, that exist here. Bunch of Lings out. Roaches out. You know, you could probably bust this, honestly, with like a Roach and this many Lings. It's one cannon and a Zealot. It's not a lot of stuff. But gonna make some more Roaches. Gonna kind of gather your forces here a little bit before moving out. Does he have any vision over here at all? Oh. I would love to send an Overlord across the map and kind of park it here or park it here. Right, just to see what we're dealing with. Oh, see, yeah, warping in all of his army back here is Krullus. So, yeah, the Lings moved out. The Roaches are slower because they don't have speed because there's not a lair yet. But the army of Krullus, it's 36 to 16 army supply. Sentries, Zealots, Stalkers. If the entire army of Han is across the map, this turns into a bit of a crazy base race. Which, I don't know, sometimes the stress of a base race can make people lose games that they have won. sometimes it can help people win games they had lost. So, this drone... Ugh. Alright, well, there's one spine and a queen to defend your main base from this. Han says going home is for losers and chumps. Let's move! So, trying to take down this... No, don't attack the forge! There we go. Get through that zealot, get a full surround on the cannon, or just let the roaches deal with the cannon. That seems fine. Oh, man. If this was against a Terran... This was against a Terran. You'd be a dead nerd. Oops, spine crawler gone. Zealots warping into this mineral line and adepts too. So let the roaches deal with those guys. And that's a canceled second base for sure. But the main base of Han is absolutely under incredible amounts of attack here. No, go after the probes. Don't let them warp in any more units. Their army value is already much bigger than yours. Okay, that works too. Flee! Krullus has enough money to build another Nexus somewhere. I'm really surprised this one is still here, to be honest. An accidental attack on his unbuildable bricks. Not... Yeesh, Krullus. That was dangerous. So the main base of Han is gone. The second base of Han is also gone. It just technically has not been attacked yet, so it feels moderately safe. What are you doing? Okay, tried to throw up some pylons to repower this stuff. That's not going to happen. This is intense, man. I mean, it's 42 to 18 army supply, so I feel like Han should be able to get this thing just by the sheer number that it's 17 roaches and 11 lings versus 5 stalkers, 2 zealots, and 2 sentries. In a straight-up engagement, the Zerg player should win this thing. However, to win a game of StarCraft, one way to do it is to kill all of your enemies' buildings. So, if you kill all the buildings... Look at this. Krullus rebuilding the natural base of Han, which has pristine mineral patches and Vespene geysers that have been untouched here. Alright, so the slow roaches are coming home, but they are slow roaches. Man, wishes he had speed for these guys. I bet he does. He has not enough money to upgrade. He's got a drone left. 1 drone left. Krullus has 4 probes remaining, somehow, some way. So, Krullus going to engage into about half of Han's army here, and then decide, no, bad. Oh gosh, sentry down, stalker down. Uh-oh. This might just be a dead Protoss here. Krullus! Maybe he sent in a loss today. I guess we're going to see. Dealing with cannons and shield batteries, though. That could be a great equalizer in a battle. This micro from Han is pretty good considering it's slow roaches. Every shot he gets off on that Nexus while taking shots onto his roaches is bad for him. Good micro from Krullus here, too, though. Ooh, 40 to 10 army value. Oh, gosh, sentry down. Ugh. Not that the sentry is going to be the difference between winning and losing. Oh, not the greatest micro, unfortunately. There, 2 stalkers go down. Krullus loses the only Nexus he's got on the map. Oh, he invested so much into that, too. That's a GG. Well played from Krullus, and Han is our winner in game number 1. Krullus, much respect for sending in a loss, dude. That's so good. That is so good. Man, I appreciate that, Krullus, because, you know, you've been in the cheese compilation a lot, which is awesome. We like having people repeat in the cheese compilation. But if you win every time, then people are like, oh, it's a Krullus game. Of course he wins. But no. No. Han gets the win here today. Now people see a Krullus game in the next cheese comp and go, oh, I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this one. And it's a mystery. So that's great. I mean, that was a lot of roaches out from Han. Got enough lings out there too. Made it happen. Krullus, on the follow-up here, did get the second base. Wasn't really able to do much about this. And then Han just kind of... How many workers did he make today? Both players made, yeah, about 25 workers. So really not that many. Resources lost, 4,800 to 3,400. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this is just unupgraded roaches are really good against unupgraded stalkers and unupgraded zealots, I think is the answer to this whole thing. The lings were very good, too, against this army comp, so. Awesome. Game 1 in the books. Let's go to game number 2. Game number 2 is on Royal Blood. Bottom left, it is Jeroboros. Fun name to say. And in the top right, going to be a fellow Terran. It is TheSwiss from the HyperONE clan. What is up, TheSwiss? What is up, Jeroboros? Hope you guys are both having a good time playing StarCraft today. And one of you guys is going to be a cheeser. Maybe 2 of you are cheesers. We will see. Even if you're cheesing, there's no reason to put your supply depot anywhere else than at the top of the ramp here, right? Because you need it to build a barracks, and you need to wall off in case somebody counterattacks. And once again, no other reason Wait, no reason to build anywhere else. Alright, so barracks coming up at the top of the ramp here from TheSwiss. And yeah, barracks coming up at the top of the ramp from Jeroboros as well. Gas, gas, yes indeed. Jeroboros' gas is already done. TheSwiss is halfway done here. TheSwiss is earlier on his barracks. Jeroboros is a little bit later on his barracks, but slight variations in build order should not determine this matchup, because this is around gold or platinum, maybe low diamond, according to the portraits of the players when the game was loading in. And yeah, send your cheese to falconpaladin@gmail.com, the subject of cheese. The rules for cheese are no worker rushes unless they're unique and crazy in some way. Just gathering up all your workers at the start, going across and winning is just, like, we've seen it. We've seen it a bunch of times. Number 2 is try to keep it to 7 minutes or less unless action is ongoing past that 7-minute mark. Like that last game was a good example. It was 8 minutes. But yeah, we were thick in the middle of the action. It was continuing. There were no dull spots. We didn't just ton of action, build up for 10 more minutes, nothing happened, and then we finished it. Like, that's what I don't want to see. If your game is longer than 7 minutes, it's because craziness is continually happening past that 7-minute mark, and that's what we got. Then finally, the higher level you are on the ladder, the more likely we are to cast your cheese. So if you're a GM player or a pro player, send your cheese in. Probably going to get cast. It's going to be well executed and crazy in some way. If you are, you know, masters, diamonds, same thing, then all the way down the list. This doesn't mean if you're bronze, you're never going to get your cheese cast, okay? Creativity is prioritized more than anything else. But like if we see 2 of the same strategy, but one of them is executed well, very much better because a higher level player did it, then that's going to be more interesting to our screeners, right? I think that's a reasonable thing to assume. So Reaper shows up from TheSwiss, dies to a Marine. Ouch, hate it when that happens. Got a proxied factory up here, though. Feels Thor drop bunker to deal with enemies Reapers because he doesn't have any back home. His Reaper went across the map and died. Jeroboros is proxying double starport over on the right side next to TheSwiss's base. So both players are dirty cheesers. Let's go. We love dirty cheesers here. Starport here. Yeah, this feels Thor droppy to me. Oh, Widowmine droppy to me. Yeah, I guess there's an armory. Oh, there is now. But that's for the Burrow Cloak. For the Widowmines. Not for Thor's. Widowmines from okay, from Jeroboros too. Is this double tech lab? Is this like 2 battle cruisers? 2 banshees, maybe. You can't afford 2 battle cruisers this fast off of 2 gases. I'm sorry, I've tried it. You really want those 2 bases if you want to make 2 BCs that quickly. I mean, you can make the one and then make the other one when you get your second 300 gas. But also you need a fusion core, so this is just got to be Banshee, right? Cloak Banshee opening could be interesting. Jeroboros uses the Widowmines defensively behind his own mineral line. Dude, Widowmines firing on enemy Widowmines before they can burrow would be nuts. We never see that. Widowmines firing on Widowmines? Yeah, it's Banshees from Jeroboros. That is just so fun to say. Jeroboros. Look at the Swiss taking a gold base behind it, too. So Widowmine drop opening, taking a sneaky ninja base at the gold. Okay, so seriously, if these guys drop back here or in here, dude, the friendly fire Widowmine splash might actually ruin Jeroboros. If this Widowmine actually fires on a medevac, that's... oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So the medevac dies, but both Widowmines take splash damage, but are able to burrow and... Ba-bow! Workers down 3. Could have been so much worse. Calm sat. Scan. Okay, good. Scan, dead, and getting out of the scan on burrowing and running, and TheSwiss gets him out of there. Hurry. Burrow. Burrow in. But no, this kid's going to die before it burrows in. Had a window, I think, maybe to get a burrow down, but couldn't quite pull that off. Brutal. So 3 SCVs in exchange for 2 Widowmines and a medevac is not exactly incredible. But that's okay. We have a follow-up of a Thor here. There is a Thor here. Nice. Drilling Claws on the way from TheSwiss as well. Should swap that around. TheSwiss is on top. So we're going to Thor drop in here. And I don't... Jeroboros... his Banshees are sitting over... Is he waiting for Cloak? He's waiting for more Banshees. So this is interesting. So the Thor's going to wreck everything inside Jeroboros' base because... all of his armies on the other side of the map. The Banshees are over there. and not being produced here either. Dude, get that Widow Mine. Oh. Oh. Ow. That, I think that mule took that Widow Mine hit more than anything else. Dude, fire on it, though. 2. Dead. See? Now it's dead. All right, cool. So Thor has 9 kills. Banshees are like, do we go home to deal with this? Ah, Cloak Banshees shutting it down. Goodbye, 9-kill Thor. We hardly knew ye. Cloak Banshee rush off of 1 base. Love it from Duroboros. Then these 2 move into the main base of the Swiss here. He's got 3 Marines in a bunker. But I don't think that's enough to save the day here. So there's your... enough energy for a scan. Saving grace right now. Another Thor shows up, though. Where did those other Cloak Banshees left? Okay, so the Swiss evacuates. Sends all of his SCVs to his Ninja Gold base over here. Scan. The Swiss scans, but doesn't... Oh, guess he wants his bring... Okay, bringing your Marines out of that bunker is the worst idea. All right, well, 2 of them died for absolutely no reason whatsoever. On the other side, this Thor's kicking butt, taking names, has 8 kills of his own, killing barracks, going after the only command center that Duroboros has here. The Banshees decide to head on home after leaving the Swiss's command center alive. So he starts reproducing SCVs. This is some chaos, man. 2 Thors. They've got the splash damage anti-air going because that's what you want against Banshees. Look at this. Dropping SCVs in to repair as necessary. Ah, that's great. Trying to get more Widow Mines out of this factory. And yes, going to get 2 more out before it dies. And the Banshees show up. Splash damage! No, they're not all cloaked. There's a scan anyway, but what? Oh, the SCVs weren't repairing. Okay, the Banshees are all dead. Widow Mine takes a shot on that medevac. It stays alive through some miracle. That Widow Mine's going to fire and then die immediately to this 13-kill Thor. And GG! The Swiss is your winner with Thor drop technology. After his initial Widow Mine drop pretty much failed, the Thor drop follow was just kind of a counter to this Banshee stuff that Duroboros was trying to do. Awesome. Like, really, really good stuff here, man. Oh, that was chaos all throughout. 7 minutes, 7:30 on the nose. Thank you, the Swiss. That was a ton of fun. Thanks for sending that one in. Truly amazing. I am just... dead impressed. Dead impressed stuff there. So, well done, the Swiss. Well executed. I was worried about that early Widow Mine drop doing what it didn't do, but the follow-up, the Thors were too strong. Sure, you lost 2 Thors, but, you know, all you needed was the one at the end there, and everything worked out okay. Duroboros not getting Drilling Claws was a big problem for him. Because the Widow Mines did get a shot off, but then they remained uncloaked, and so they were easily picked off, and Thors have way too much HP for Widow Mines to really bother them that much. Anyway, great stuff. Game number 3. Let's see what that one's all about. The Swiss is back, this time Protoss. Bottom right, the Swiss. Top left, Strider. Some really good names today for opponents. Very, very fun to say. Strider. Maybe it's Strider from Lord of the Rings, known as Strider before he reveals himself as Aragorn. So who's the cheeser? It is a Forge First out of the Swiss. Sending a probe up. Over this way, though. You're going to cannon here? Weird place to start a cannon rush. Mon frère. What is the plan here, sir? Well, he also has a gateway. So, what? What? What does putting an assimilator do for you here? The Swiss, have you been drinking? What is going on? Why would you... Okay, so the name of this replay is Sneakception. How many layers of cheese? So that's the question. I'd like to see what different layers of cheese there are here. We kind of started to mine through this wall, but not really, and it doesn't work with one probe unless you have a nexus nearby or you super duper ultra long distance mine. Maybe there's a DT rush involved here too. Maybe there's a second. Okay. This pylon coming up. I like how... Wait, what? Oh! Wait! Wait It is I! It is I who has been drinking or something. I don't know, man. What the? That E3 pylon walls, the top of Strider's ramp. If you put an assimilator there, you can turn the minerals into gas and then have no minerals in your mouth and then get more minerals. Dude! How have I never seen this before? The Swiss with never before cheese strats. Strider sends a zealot up. I feel like you maybe got this from Florencio. I don't know, man. So the back door is open. I just don't know how much that helps. The front door is also open. What's the follow-up, man? I love that. It's got to be making... All right, cannon. I mean, without the cyber core, you're limited. You're limited a lot on what you can do here, right? Right. Swiss throwing up a pylon in full view of everything. Maybe you could get some... It's like, I'm trying to hide, but also not really. Double gas tells us it's gotta be DTs or something, man. Strider's like, your insanity is not enough to stop me from expanding. Some players would be like, all right, this player, super aggressive. But you know what? There are no cannons anywhere, so taking a second base seems like a fine idea from Strider. I support this. It's going to be a gateway there and a Stargate from Strider. So, all right, Strider. Void Ray. Why not be a Void Ray? The Swiss has lost a lot of stuff, dude. That is 5 pylons down. 5. It's 650. Total resources lost in favor of Strider right now. Plus, he's got a second base going. The Swiss has no such second base going. Whether or not he wants to have a second base going, I don't know. Curious what the plan is here. He doesn't have a forward pylon with a gateway, so he can't really warp stuff over there. He's getting warp gate for defensive purposes. Finally sending... That was a rather poor attempt at a cannon rush. I apologize. I hereby submit my Protoss membership card. Yes, your Protoss membership card has been revoked. The trick, though, I think the trick... Oh, no, he knows. He knows this is gone. So Strider's like, all right, hang on a second. I gotta watch this back door a little bit. I mean, again, the front door's not walled off, so I don't know that it matters this back door is open. Hallucinated Void Ray time? Dude, tell me it's hallucinated Void Ray time, and you get Strider to quit because 2 Void Rays show up and he can't stop it. Come on. Come on. Got enough energy for it. Oh, got enough energy for it. What's the play here? Who did we see last month that tried this? Or was it it might have been just a Mid-Rank Madness that I cast, where someone hallucinated some Void Rays. And it did fool the Terran. The Terran was like, ah, Void Rays! And, like, really sent a lot of army to deal with it, even though they were fake. I don't know. The problem here for Strider is that the guy has absolutely no anti-air whatsoever. He has no cannons. He has no stalkers. He has... Oh, here we go. Hallucinated Void Rays. As this Oracle is legitimately killing the Swiss's base. So the Void Rays show up. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Oh, run the probes away. Wait, why are none of them injured or dead? Good golly, says Strider. You sneaky something. 17 killed. Ah! And it worked. We gotta see that from Strider's position real quick. Strider vision, go. Yes, my 5-minute oracle's unstoppable. Ah, this guy wasted so much time trying to cannon rush me and failing. He doesn't have any defenses. His economy is nothing compared to mine. And he's like, oh, Void Rays are here. But he can see the... Can he see the little timers on the top of those Void Rays? Ah, whatever. No. He was convinced they were Void Rays. He has 1 cannon And if you're trying to deal with that many hallucinated void rays, good luck. Wow. So the Swiss gets a win wherein he has 4 workers remaining to a 33 worker opponent. And the other guy taps out because of trickery. Man, this is right up there with Idra taps because hallucinated Colossus showed up in a battle. Ah, good stuff. I think it was Huck versus Idra. Eternal moment in StarCraft, and the Swiss reminding us all of that great moment and having one of his own. That was amazing. Yeah, resources lost are 1,525 to 50. Strider lost a probe today and tapped out because he was tricked. He was deceived. Oh, boy. Okay, well, that's a GG. It's disgusting. Disgusting that it worked. Well done, the Swiss. Gotta give you props for that. Okay, guess what we have more of today? If you said cheese, you're right. We're on Gresvan. It's HyperONE, plain Terran. Top left, bottom right, gonna be Pan, a Protoss, with a little V for Vendetta mask here. Is that what it's called? Kind of feel like that's what's called in popular culture, but the movie did not create that mask. I don't know. I am not up on the lore of that mask. So, you know it's going to be a cheese compilation when HyperONE shows up, right? If you're a fan of these cheese compilations, then, yeah. Yes, indeed. You agree with me. Okay, so HyperONE. Sending out an SCV. Steve the SCV. Indeed. We got a probe moving out. First building is going to be a gateway. Whoa, hang on. Oh, gateway. Repositioning just a little bit before he throws it down. Just a little probe harass on the mind of this probe. And this is going to be a proxying SCV because HyperONE is controlling it. Every SCV, if they're loading into a HyperONE game, you know that you have a good chance to be selected to build a proxy somewhere. So, proxy it is. Double gas opening. Probe says no expansion. Okay, good. Good to know. It is a PvT. 1 Rax expand is a little bit dangerous. But not crazy dangerous. Especially at this level, you can probably get away with it. Cybernetics core coming in before expand. Yeah, Pan's playing it safe here. And Proxy Factory up here. Interesting. So initially was down in this area. Decided to reposition, build the factory here instead. Could be Thor drop. Could be walking Widow Mines in the front door, man. That's kind of one of the reasons you want a cannon here. It's just, it's safe. It's safe against a lot of things, including Widow Mines walking in your front door. Dying to Widow Mines walking into your front door is one of the worst experiences and worst feelings you're ever going to have. But Adept moving out for scouting purposes more than anything else. Oh, no way. No way. Dude, Zealot wanders by, sees the factory. Are you kidding me? No, the plans. Ah! The plans are ruined. Tried to pull off and get that SCV out of there. Nope. SCV dies to a slow Zealot. Tech Lab gets hit. Starport gets canceled. Crap. Yeah, everybody comes over here to take part in the great murder. Ooh, but a Cyclone. Hang on. Your Cyclone will finish even if the Tech Lab is killed. HyperONE bringing some Marines down to try to save the day, but we have Adepts and Zealots here? I mean, these aren't killing the factory before the Cyclone comes out. It's not enough DPS for that. And then the Marines are like, yeah, you're right. We can't deal with an Adept and a Zealot. We're just gonna, okay, yeah. So we're just gonna not be here when whatever pops out of this factory pops out of this factory. Cyclone and 2 Marines. Ooh, I like the Stalker though, but just, are we? Okay. It's gonna pass in peace, apparently. No, the Stalker says, not interested in that, thanks. So 2 unupgraded Marines. Oh, you let him get in. Oh, Cyclone's here. Ah! Cyclone dead. Goodbye, Stalker. This Marine is alive, just kind of chilling. 1 Cyclone to rule them all. Is there enough from HyperONE here? He's got his own YouTube channel. I'll put a link to that in the description. Check him out. If you like HyperONE shenanigans. Oh my gosh. Getting, depowering, This Robo would be sick. Look at this ring around the rosy play. No, it's pinned in and killed before. Hurry, Zealots. Say, oh, okay, no, we're good. We're good. Dude, that was some pretty good probe micro. A lot of lost mining time, though. Yeah, this Marine somehow inside the Protoss base while the Stalker's outside the Protoss base. So the early aggression did not go well from HyperONE. His army value is 7 and Pan's is 10. But guess what else we're making over here? Well, another a Cyclone that wanders into death. Stalker breaks the lock-on by going onto the high ground. Sick play there, but it's a 2-basing Protoss versus a 1-basing Terran right now. Widow Mines, some SCVs getting pulled off. HyperONE knows sometimes you gotta pull the boys if you're gonna win a dirty game of StarCraft 2. Armory on the follow-up for Permacloak on the burrow. For these Widow Mines, we know the play. Ooh, Mortal up, though. This is a tough ask for this one injured Cyclone to handle all this. So, repair on the Cyclone, trying. Okay, Widow Mines, keeping him away. Denying Magfield Accelerator's a big deal. Nice pullback on that Sentry, too. So Cyclone going to finish, but Magfield's not going to happen, and you need to rebuild the tech lab for more Cyclones. Blah. All right, fine, says HyperONE. A Terran must do what a Terran must do. Stim's on the way from HyperONE for his 0 Marines Marauders. Zealot obliterated by Widow Mine. There's more where that came from. Uh-oh. Sentry's dying. Yep, 1, 2, 1 right after the other there. I don't know if the sentries are providing a whole lot of value, but tricks. Trying to get shots off on this Immortal, injuring it quite terribly. Terrible damage, as Dustin Browder would say. Still, worker count looking okay for our Protoss. HyperONE on 1 base. Widow Mines come right in. One of them die. The other one stays alive. Not in range to hit anything on that burrow, though, which is a little bit unfortunate for those guys. But it just means you can't close in on these Cyclones is the problem. Probe comes in, triggers. There's more of those. Adept goes down. Taking down that shield battery would be pretty sweet. This repair on these is really good stuff, too. Making an observer out of this Robo that's sitting quiet. Pan. Oh, he did. He did make an observer. Nice. Widow Mine getting repaired and is able to successfully fire. Oh, Immortal gets wiped out by the Cyclones while he's worrying about the Widow Mine. Amazing. Incredible stuff here. Okay, Force Field's kind of keeping the Protoss from chasing down these Cyclones. That seemed like weird choice on that one. Marines coming across. Remember when we said he got Stim a minute ago with no Marines? Now he has Marines. This is pretty intense, man. Widow Mine shot. Cyclones going after the Cyber Core. They have enough damage on them through the single lock-on. 4 of them are firing. All 4 of them are firing. He wants to stay in range as much as he can. No, he has to pull back, but you ate Widow Mines. Another probe down. Still 32 to 23 workers in favor of Pan, plus he has a second base to take advantage of those extra probes, whereas we're just sort of, a lot of the SCVs from HyperONE are down this way. Is kind of the thing for them. Where did that observer die? 2 observers have died. Is he target firing those? Good gracious. Trying to jump in here. I don't know if there's enough Protoss to do this. I think that might have been a mistake. And in fact, it was the Stalkers. There's only 1 remaining. The Immortals are doing very well here, but also taking a lot of hits from these stimmed Marines, not doing as much damage. Shield battery overcharge kicks in, but the damage output, is it enough to save the Immortal? Yes! Shield battery overcharge. 8-kill Immortal alive thanks to the overcharge capability there. Holy Hannah. That was incredible. What a hold there by Pan. Tanks in production. HyperONE says the follow-up here is siege tanks. I like the Zealots out. I'd feel better if they had upgrades. Stim is the only upgrade HyperONE has, and Warp Gate's the only upgrade that Pan has. Magfield Accelerator's getting restarted. That might actually have killed that Immortal if that upgrade was done. Marines, Cyclones. Battling to the death, yeah. All right, tanks out. Combat shield coming in. Starport on the way from HyperONE. Ooh, Colossus with extended thermal lance on the way here from Pan. Getting a third base in the cheese compilation. Heresy. That's how I describe getting a third base in cheese. Not allowed, and you're going to die for it. Magfield Accelerator, if that could be done, I guess it's 2 Cyclones to benefit for Magfield, so not too bad. Getting there before Extended Thermal Lance is done would be great, but also there's no Colossus out yet, so that'd be good too. Ba-bam! Siege tanks! Pan says, wait! I was not told there'd be siege tanks. Marine, Cyclones, Widowmines, siege tanks. Let's go. Also a medevac to maybe drop some... Oh, dropping some Marines into this main base here would be cool, except there's a Colossus waiting for him. Maybe not ideal. Oh, these bunkers coming up here too. HyperONE is one-basing it. He needs to win soon, because he's down 42 to 25 total workers. This Colossus getting dragged into tank fire would be amazing, but a little bit too smart for that, and Pan decides to go counter. He doesn't want to deal with this whole bunker stuff. These bunkers take forever to build. Did he pull SCVs off or something? Okay, bunker done. Marines. There you go. Loading on in. Oh, he was trying to... Oh, hallucinated Colossus in the play. Dude, he doesn't have any detection either, but he's attacking the Cyclones, but you don't need to. High ground Colossus trying... Nope, not at all. Not against tanks. Not taking tank fire. That's it. 37 to 7 army supply. Trying to jump on those tanks. No tanks died. 5 kills, 1 kill, 6 kills. Do you get a kill if you kill a hallucinated unit? Yeah, no tanks have died. That's a big, big deal. Shield battery overcharge popping again. Lock on that shield battery. Needs to be... Oh, they wasted it. They locked onto that Colossus instead. So dropping the tanks up in range to take down that shield battery. And then lock on 2 with the Magfield Accelerator, increasing the initial damage output of that lock-on ability. Yeah, I think that's it. 46 to 13 army supply. Pan has a better economy, but the army's at his front door. And that's when you don't want the better economy. You want the bigger army when an enemy army is on your front door. So very nicely done. 11 minutes, a bit longer than a traditional cheese, but that was some pretty non-stop action all the way through. Pan's like, I have a third base. I'm unstoppable. You cannot kill me. Pan, I know your ego says you can win this game. I know HyperONE's being patient and cautious with this, but you really are dead. Just tossing that out there. Ooh. Cyclones tried to jump in. Almost lost a medevac and a Cyclone on the attempt. Bunkers on the low ground. My gosh. ×2. Going up a ramp is pretty scary. I know. I get it. This third base being alive, I mean, it's only 2 probes down here, one of which is actually working, but that seems like this is not going to be enough for Pan. Your main base is mining out. I mean, HyperONE's base is more mined out than Pan's is because, well, again, he's never had a second base, so that would explain it. Are we serious, HyperONE? HyperONE creeping up again. You're going to lose that tank. Yeah. Little bit exposed. Another tank dead. But coming down the ramp for Pan is way more dangerous than going up the ramp is for HyperONE. as everything that went down the ramp died pretty much immediately. Stim, good upgrade. Combat shield, good upgrade here too. Charge, great upgrade. And blink. We've seen all of those in play here from Pan. Finally, did HyperONE? Yep, he lifted his main orbital, brought it down to his natural. That's fantastic. That's really good. Warp gate, in a lot of trouble. Another warp gate. Gonna go down. That is forcing Pan into action here. He's coming down. Yeah, that's it. Those Zealots getting obliterated. No armor upgrades on those Zealots. And GG, HyperONE. 14 minutes of amazing nonstop cheese. Woo! Only overhad one orbital the entire game, which shows just how aggressive he was for sure. Resources lost 13,000 to 6,000, doubling up resources lost today. Really cost-efficient stuff from HyperONE. Cyclones are good at that. Widowmines are pretty good at that. Siege Tanks 2, Marines very good at that as well. Look at all the Protoss stuff that died. 4 Immortals, 28 Zealots. Whew. Yeah, probably shouldn't have taken that third base. I think if you're Pan, like being on 2 bases against a 1-basing Terran is good enough. Got a little bit greedy there. Probably should have started getting Colossus a little bit earlier, and getting armor upgrades for your Zealots would have helped immensely here too, but nobody did that. HyperONE didn't, Pan didn't either. So, hey, can't really kill him for it. So that was great. Good job, HyperONE. GG to you. We have more cheese today. Absolutely impressive stuff. Let's see what's next. HyperONE is reprising his Terran role, but this time it's a TVZ on Dragon Scales. Top left, it is Groves, and the bottom right, it's our guy, HyperONE. Is he going to do his patented 3 SCV harass against Zerg, blocking all available hatch spots so they don't know how to expand? Yes, indeed. Well, 2 SCVs. 3 SCVs, so it's a little bit easier, but 2 SCVs can do the job. So HyperONE is going to attempt to harass the Zerg player into oblivion here. Now, if you haven't seen this before, it's amazing how well it works. Actually, no. Okay, it's proxy times. Never mind, we're good. So double proxy coming up here. I mean, this is a strategy we do see in professional tournaments all the time. GSLs, ESLs, Afrika World events, which I cast live with Laughing Games out on afrikatv.com every couple of weeks. If you haven't seen those are awesome. If you want to see Falcon casting live, high level StarCraft 2 with like Beyond and Solar and Classic and Dark and Rogue and Stats and, man, just all number of people, Afrika World's the place to go. So Barracks, 3 racks opener here from HyperONE. Zerg player is sending Overlords, both of them across the map, which is not really how you want to do this, man. One of these guys needs to be dedicated to finding proxies. I mean, fine, good Overlord perching spot, but like, I don't know. Oh, he's floating him into the Zerg base, even. Oh boy, this is problematic. Absolutely terrible. All right, well, so Zerg player dead. Oh, it's a 4 racks. Just built another one with the SCV who built the first one. Why not? Are you trapping your SCVs back here? Or your Marines back here? That's the question. Dude, this is so bad. Groves. Blind. I don't think he even knows there's not a second base coming up here. Whoa. Oh, then he throws up bunkers at the front for distraction purposes? I don't know if these were necessary. He's like, wait, where are the Marines, though? Why are there no Marines going into these bunkers? And HyperONE's like, ah, ha, 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 ha. This Terran player just tried to execute a truly terrible bunker rush, failed miserably. And he's like, where are the racks? He's looking. He's like, what's going on? There's no racks over here. No racks over here. I guess I'll get a third base. Ah! What? There's Marines in the main. Run, probes. Get out of there. It's still 23 to 13 workers in favor of the Zerg player. But all he's got are slowlings and a queen. Where's his metabolic boost? He never started speed? What the heck? He was so distracted by the bunkers, I think it slipped his mind. Oh, trying to get a spine up. No, that's not going to happen. And now we have to kite for our lives if we're HyperONE. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good kiting. Good kiting here. All the lings are dead. Queen is down. GG. Sneaky cheese from HyperONE. Beautifully executed. Now the drones are like, oh, lol. This is gross. Did you lift or did you come into the base and build those? I lifted him in, says HyperONE. Hee. Haha, GG. Look at Gross having good manner. And then HyperONE, bam, gets the win because of course he did. If you can fool your opponent into making them think you're doing something you're not doing and vice versa, you're going to be just fine. That was fantastic. GG. Yeah, 3 Marines down for 22 drones, 8 lings, and 2 queens. I mean, it was a really cost-efficient victory for sure. End of the day, there were 6 lings out from the Zerg player, but they weren't going to do anything against 14 Marines, unupgraded or not. So, GG! Next up, we've got some... What is it? PvP? Sure, PvP. Dragon Scales. Bottom right, MackWinston. Top left, it is Rajub. So, PvP action as promised. MackWinston says, have fun, etc. All right, Mac. You going to be the cheesier here or the cheesed? That's always the question, isn't it? What's going on in the world? Anything I haven't talked about recently? Not really. Got my tickets to see Barbie and Oppenheimer on the same day when they come out next month. I'm going to go with my sister and going to be a lot of fun. Going to be some emotional whiplash for sure with both of those movies back to back. Holy smokes. Hope they're both good. I don't know. I got high hopes for Oppenheimer, but I do feel like Christopher Nolan could maybe use a little better editing on his movies. Sometimes they're a little overly long. Obviously, the sound balance is going to be out of whack because that's how he always does things. But, maybe because it's not an action-y movie like most of his films are, maybe there will be less sound balance issues. Maybe. All right. Well, we got a double gate opening here from Rajub. And a double gate proxy for MackWinston. Oh, Forge. I apologize. A Forge and a gate from Mac. So it's a cannon rush with added zealot pressure versus just zealots on the other side. This is going to come down to a cannon rush space race kind of a scenario. Yeah. Rajub's like, how do you not have anything? Oh, you're probably cannon rushing me or something. He's checking. Look at him. Look, he's got 2 probes in the same general area looking all over. Gonna find this. Is it too late to stop it, though? Yeah, you saw! Where are you going? Oh, man. Guys? Guys? Okay, well, they found this, too. That's nice. So they know everything that MackWinston has. Right? They know about this and that and the other, and the cannon and the cyber core and the gateway and the... Okay, further cannon rush is happening here. Are these zealots going to go home? No. They're getting right into MackWinston's mineral line. This actually might... Oh, gosh. It's going to be close, but I think MackWinston might have it just on the sheer virtue of the fact that he has zealots. He has cannons, I guess, is the more important thing here. Okay. Hack, 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 whack, slash, crash. Bash, bash. Yeah, so no mining for Mac at all. Not enough money to rebuild a new Nexus either. He just got to flee with his probes, make the best of it. And see, now Rajub has income. He's trying to get some cannons up that he can fall back to here. The probes are like, if these cannons die, we're dead. But it's a shield battery cannon. Oh, no! Shield battery, run out of energy. Okay, it did. Shield battery's out of energy, but cannon. Zealot died. Fine. This shield battery coming up, but there's no cannons. Oh, boy. That shield battery gonna die. So MackWinston gonna lose. Yes, he's gonna lose his Nexus, but he's got cannons to fall back to. And Rajub has income. If income wins this as time goes on. But it's 16-7 probes right now. MackWinston has more probes than Rajub does. Also, these zealots... There's 4 zealots. I don't know. Walking past these cannons seems pretty dangerous. Rajub flees with his probes, but he doesn't have enough money to build a Nexus or anything. Maybe he can build an assimilator somewhere. He's got enough cash for that. Maybe a pylon? Because his main is a ghost town, just like MackWinston's main is a ghost town. All right, now it comes down to decision making. Can Rajub win this game? Let's see. His 4 zealots. They can wipe this out, which is nice. They can, if they jump on a cannon and kill it, and then back off and heal up a bit, then they can kill. It's hard. It is hard to kill a cannon shield battery combo with only 4 zealots. Plus, if these probes get involved in the battle, that's a lot of extra DPS. MackWinston trying to get over Rajub's forward gateways. And Rajub doesn't know what to do down here. He's just completely lost. Probes, don't fight these zealots. Don't fight these zealots. Why are you fighting these zealots? Yeah, just get out of here. Go. There's 4 of them. You know there's 4 of them. Are you really? Oh my gosh. Turn around. Ah, 4 probes died there. Dangerous. It's dangerous to try to kill zealots with probes. Yeah, no. No, guys. Bad. Terrible. Life choices. Terrible here. Okay, so now MackWinston's probe count is only 9. Is he going to try to engage? It's 4 zealots and 6 probes, although the probes are not there. These probes need to get in this battle. Does he feel like he can just win this? Is he making... Oh, no. Mac, no. He was focusing the pylon. He's not going to get it either. Even if that... Oh, even if that was the last pylon. Okay. All right, so Mac has 0 zealots, 0 army supply, and 0 probes. Rajub is a 2 pylons he's working with right now. So now it comes down to, can 4 zealots and 6 probes take down a cannon with a shield battery? Rajub says no. Bring in the probes, it's time. MackWinston says yes. Rajub taking his time. Rajub says, I think I win. Not a draw. All right, says Mac. Let's see. I mean, that's what I'd like to do, too. I'd like to see. So this cannon's dead. I really think the zealots and probes can handle that cannon without much issue. It's the shield battery cannon combo that's tough. Because normally you'd say you attack and then pull back, heal up your shields. But while that happens... Oh, get around. Oh my gosh, he's going to lose 1 zealot straight up. No! Ah! Not enough zealots on top of that cannon! No! Go around the other... Alright, well, he lost a zealot and took a lot of HP off of this guy. So now... Oh, this... All they have to do is kill the pylon. Oh, but you can shield battery heal the pylon. Does Mac know you can shield battery? Yes, he does! Oh, that's... No, but the energy's running low. But the cannon... Oh my gosh. Now the shield battery's regenerating energy. And the zealots are regenerating their shields. But what's faster? Energy regen. Technically, shield regen is faster than energy regen. Dude, this is absolutely tight. This is the tightest thing. Holy crap. Okay. All right, what do we got? What do we got here? This is going to the Falcon Paladin cheese comp, says Mac. It certainly is. Does he want to take down the shield battery? It just... There's no good answer here. If you try to kill the cannon, the shield battery heals it up. If you try to kill the shield battery, the cannon's hitting you the whole time. If you try to get this, the cannon's hitting you the whole time, and the shield battery's healing it up. I think he's got to go for the cannon, but no, it's not happening. Not happening. Shield battery. Energy. No, we're done. We done. Yeah, so it's a draw. 1 zealot can't take this cannon down, and MackWinston can't do anything to take down the pylon. Or Jupe says, I don't know. What do you mean mean you don't know? Okay, let's draw. It's definitely a draw. Okay, so that's it. You're going to have to wait for it to time out to do that. So do we have to plus this thing? La 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 la. La 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 la. How long? Search Falcon Paladin StarCraft 2 on YouTube. His most recent cheese comp came out today. Oh, nice. HyperONE got a Zerg really well with a cunning pylon positioning. You could always suicide your zealot and let me take ladder points off of you. There it is. The draw timer's under a minute. I hope Falcon speeds up the replay. Yup. Is it dance or something? Is there a hotkey? And that's it, man. Wow, a draw. Slash dance it is. Woo! So GG, well played. And it is a draw PvP. How fun is that? I don't think we've had a draw in the cheese compilation maybe ever. Or if we have, it's been a very long time. So 2 thumbs up. Super fun. Love a good draw. And I don't... Juba played this differently and got a win. I don't know. This is the problem. The shield battery cannon combo is everything. How many zealots do you need to take down a shield battery cannon combo? 1 pylon, 1 cannon, 1 shield battery. Somebody should do that in the unit tester and let me know. And what's more optimal to attack? Do you want to attack the shield battery, the pylon, or the cannon? Because, like, sure, killing the cannon means you win, but killing the pylon means you win. Right? Shield battery may be the last option. Because it can't heal itself. Maybe the shield battery was the best option because that it couldn't heal itself. How do you say that word? Whatever. GG. Excellent. We got more cheese. Hit that like button. Game 7 and the final game of the cheese this month is on NeoHumanity. HyperONE playing Protoss. He randomed in. Is announcing that he's Protoss because he is a scholar and a gentleman. Top left, it is HyperONE. Bottom right, going to be a Terran. It is Mevin. Oh, but it's pink, so this is not a ladder game. So HyperONE did spawn in random. Announced to Mevin what race he got because apparently these 2 people know each other. Which is excellent and very, very fun. Now, the question is, what kind of cheese does HyperONE have up his sleeve here? We will have to find out together, because I don't know, and you don't know. Classic. Barracks coming up high ground here from Mevin. Really worried about early aggression here from the Protoss of some kind. Adepts showing up. If you're not walled off up here, you just die. But probe harassment timing, good as always. Gonna show up and scout out, sees the double gas. Pylons up so that Mevin can't hard wall. I don't know if that's gonna come into play here, or if that's just a bit of mind games. Also gateway to deal with Reaper hop-up spot. But not walling off his ramp, which is kind of like, okay. I mean, congratulations, Reaper hop-up spot gone, but also this ramp is wide open. HyperONE did cancel his pylon into Mevin's wall. Excellent choice. Got a spray down. That is an old Twitch emote. Is that an old Twitch Keck emote with like a Bob Ross haircut? That's fun. I like it. Pylon from HyperONE. Here we go. Here's the crazy pants times. This is the thing we've all been waiting for the last minute and 48 seconds. What is it going to be? I mean, at this stage, the Cybercore's not done, so it can't be anything yet. I'm still just incredibly entertained by the Reaper hop-up spot block, but then the front ramp is just, it's here. It's available. And a Reaper just popped out, so... Oh, these SCVs looking? No, 2 SCVs. It's too many SCVs for a scouting trip. They have proxy shenanigans on their mind as well. Oh, ho, ho, ho. HyperONE, more forward pylon, and then throws down a double robo. Okay, so we've seen him do this before, right? It's Immortals, and it's shield batteries. And then I think eventually he tries to get into Tempests, too. But, so yeah, a Reaper's just casually killing all your probes. Or not. Dude, but what? Why? Why would you not just kill every probe? I guess a Stalker showed up. Oh, but miss. Goodbye, Stalker. Okay. Is this Reaper, like, on some kind of a non-aggression pact with these probes? How has it killed 0 probes right now? 0. What is this garbage? Kill a probe! Okay. HyperONE, do you and Mevin have a non-aggression pact? Because what the crap was that? That is the dumbest Reaper I've ever seen. Kill some probes. I know you want to find out what HyperONE's up to, but you have free reign. Kill the probes on gas. At least. Ugh. Okay. Well, Mevin, Mevin's Reaper is looking for the proxies, has yet to find anything, not through any fault of his own. He's doing a great job. I'm actually very impressed with what he's done here so far. All right, proxy racks up here. Marines being produced. Mevin says, whatever you're doing, I'm just going to double proxy you. So, there we go. So, Immortal dies with no kills to his name, but did scout out the big proxy Immortal play from HyperONE. Sees the shield batteries, too. Warp Prism and an Observer, in case there are Widowmines to worry about. So, Immortal versus Marauder. Who wins? Immortal, kind of. But man, look at all the damage taken off on that Immortal. Yeah, Supply Depot, gone. Mevin at some point just needs to go. If he can wipe out HyperONE's economy, that's going to help him immensely in surviving this thing. Little bunker is what you really want against Immortal Proxy. I don't know. A Liberator would be pretty friggin' amazing. Can they get healed by the shield battery if they're right on the edge? They have to go all the way down here to get healed? That's not good. That is, in fact, bad. Mevin says, all right, Marine time. Let's get in there. Maybe going to recall, but Immortals aren't good against Marines. Whew, boy. Yeah, Immortals picking away at the edges. These Marines just kind of A-moved in. Get the probes, Mevin! Mevin! Well, Mevin intentionally gives up all of their income, pulling those probes, or those SCVs off the line, but the Marine count's a little bit intense. HyperONE's fleeing. His Cyber Core is gone. His main Nexus is gonna die. Mevin lifts off his Orbital because that is the prerogative of every Terran player everywhere. HyperONE gonna lose an Immortal through his carelessness there. Uh-oh. Loses one of his 22 to 17 army supply. The main Nexus from HyperONE is gonna fall. There's a Stalker that could shoot at the flying Orbital here from Mevin. But I think HyperONE might just be dead. Yeah, worker count alone is going to be favoring the Terran player here. Probes trying to get out. Stutter step, stutter step, stutter step, stutter step. Attack move. Oh my gosh, you let that probe go, you guys! HyperONE building a new Nexus over here, but he only has 2 probes out on the map, and I'm not sure if any of them are safe exactly. SCV's here to fight the only Stalker on the map to try to keep... Oh my gosh, careful there. Careful there. SCV's triggering the shields on the Immortals. Beautiful. Stalker down. 19 to 20 army supply, but if the Marines versus Immortals fall back to the shield batteries, boys. Mevin, do not go in there. Do not go in there. Okay. 4 Immortals. Shield batteries to fall back to as needed. 19 to 20 army supply. Mevin is going to throw the command center up in the natural base and actually start getting some income here with the 12 SCVs that exist, plus the number of mules that can be called down here. So HyperONE, I don't know. HyperONE's got a probe. This one could be mining too, but it's just sort of hanging out, so that's not great. Marine's job is to kill this warp gate of HyperONE's. Not that he really needs it, but yeah. Mules coming down. Income gonna skyrocket for the Terran compared to HyperONE right now. There are the SCVs. Okay, and he's gonna scan too. Scan, sees what we're dealing with. 1 million shield batteries and 2 Immortals. You know what would be amazing is like 1 Liberator. Just showing up with a Liberator. Oh, Immortals trying to do fancy Warp Prism micro here. It's kind of working. It's hard to pull off. Yeah, without your shield batteries, it's extra tough. I don't know about this, Mevin. I really don't. There are so many shield batteries present. I would get, honestly, a Banshee would be pretty good in this situation. A Liberator would be very good in this situation. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Where'd the... No! No, loses an Immortal again to a little bit of carelessness. This is an intense situation. God, falling back. He's got his shield batteries. He's got his Immortal here. The Robo Bays are going to die. I'm not sure that matters a whole lot. A lot of these Marines are injured. Yeah, every attack onto that Robo is not good for you, friend. But Mevin, gotta spend your cash. More Marines, more Marauders is on the plan right now for Mevin. But seriously, a Viking to kill the Warp Prism would be game ending. Ah! He just trapped everyone down here. He set that up too. Oh my gosh, that's... Dude, 13 kill Immortal, 7 kill Immortal. These guys, they're trapped in a jail cell. Constructed by HyperONE. Oh. I think that's it. Unless, you know, a Viking existed. Or, you know. A Liberator. He's got to tech up. Mevin, my friend. I need you to tech up to something besides Marines and Marauders. How does HyperONE have more money than Mevin does? Mevin's on 1 barracks. Okay, just kidding. These exist. I forgot about these ones. Well, not for long, they don't. Uh-uh, 15 to 9. Mevin is now starting to float some cash because those barracks are not part of the production capabilities anymore. Holy smokes. So this is not what HyperONE had in mind when he started this game, but it kind of worked. 21 kill Immortal. Who needs shield batteries? Just a Warp Prism's all you need. Brutal. Brutal. Mevin's like, how did I lose this game? How? Worker count. 14 to 9. Mevin still has a lead. Look, gonna lose a barracks here. It's on fire. Bunker, not really the answer to these Immortals either. Yeah, Mevin had a window in there to try to get up to Starport. Make something out of the Starport. It would have really changed this entire game. HyperONE would have had to react to it. He might have won anyway, to be fair. But, man, just getting him off Immortal to 29. Yeah, this Marine Marauder stuff is not working for Mevin, but now it's too late to tech into anything else. We done. That's a GG if ever I saw one. Man, look at him keeping these Immortals alive. Wow. 28 kills, 36 kills, 20 kills. Insane. Truly, truly insane win here. And yeah, invested all this in Warp Prisms. Turns out it was used to defend his base. Not offensively, hardly at all. Strangely enough. And Mevin GG's out. HyperONE is our winner in 12 minutes and 16 seconds. Yahoo! Great win. Really great win there from HyperONE. Incredible Immortal control. He lost a couple today. It wasn't perfect. 2 Immortals went down. That's fine. But when you get 39, 28, and 23 kills on your remaining Immortals, you're doing fine. You're doing great. You're happy. You're a happy guy. But seriously, Mevin, once Mevin figured out it was Immortals and Warp Prisms, Starport should have been priority number 1. Marines and Marauders were not cutting it. Not with the Warp Prism micro that was on display here. And that's awesome. That is so, so, so cool. So, Warp Prism micro, it can get you places. Resources lost, 7,300 to 33,000 rather. And Mevin lost more there, including 11 Marauders, 34 Marines, 47 SCVs to 22 probes. Had the better economy, had the better infrastructure, but the Immortal micro got it done. All right, so that's going to be it for this HyperONE game and it for the Cheese compilation today. So thank you so much for watching today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of the StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void Cheese compilation for June of 2023. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.